All right, let's talk. Let's talk for real. You're gonna have to start someday, and you're only gonna regret as time goes on that you didn't start any sooner. Trust me. You'll never look back and think to yourself, "Damn, I started too soon. Damn, I started way too quick. I should have just given it some time." You're always gonna look back, and hopefully it's not like a burning regret, but you always think in your mind. At least me personally, like, just imagine. It's never like out of anger. It's just imagine if I did this any sooner. Imagine if I started YouTube sooner when I was much smaller, when I barely had any muscle, when I was skinny fat, or when I was fat. There are some videos, some older videos where you can see me fat in this very same kitchen. But just imagine if like I had stayed consistent and if I had started before that. Because by that point I was already on my journey. I was already on my way to losing weight. Imagine if I started back when I was like, I didn't even know what the fuck to do with my life. It would have been cool. It would have been cool to show you guys how it looked like before. Now I can only speak from like, I can only tell you guys how it felt. It would have just been so much cooler if you guys could literally see it though. If you could hear me talk about it like while actually living it, right? My point is that you're gonna have to start someday. If this is something that's truly bothering you, and even if you're in denial, and even if you tell yourself that doesn't bother me that much, I don't mind having a little bit of extra fat on me. You're lying. You're lying. Unless if you're like, what the fuck am I trying to do? Like a very select few of you maybe genuinely don't mind being fat, but chances are if you clicked on this video, or chances are if you are fat, you don't want to be, right? And like, let's ignore the whole body positivity thing. I'm not saying like, I have to be careful because when I say like fuck the body positivity thing, I feel like people automatically jump into the other extreme where it's like, yeah, let's just go ahead and shame fat people. Let's just go ahead and just call fat people fat fucks. I will say one thing: if you're fat and you want to be in shape, well, you need to do something about it. Like you need to, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to wake the fuck up. You need to realize that whatever you're doing is not working. All right, but I'm not gonna get on here and be like, yeah, let's talk shit on fat people. Let's shit on fat people because, truth be told, I have some family members who are fat, and could they be in better shape? Absolutely, but I don't get like, I don't gain much getting on here and just talking down on fat people. And chances are, if you're watching this, you have some family members who are fat as well. Would you want them to be fat shamed? Would you want people to call out them and call them fat fucks? No. All right, so take it easy. Take it easy with the whole like bullying fat people shit. But it is unacceptable. All right, it is still unacceptable. I'm not gonna lie either. You're just making your life worse. Not only literally in terms of your health, like you don't reap any health benefits from being fat. All right, none. You don't reap a single one. Not only that, but just your mentality overall. All right, like I said, there's only a select few amount of people in the world who genuinely, who probably, even then, I'm not in their body, I'm not in their mind, so I can't even tell you guys myself. But there probably are some people out there who genuinely wouldn't mind or don't mind being fat. I am not one of them, and chances are you're not one of them either. All right, and if you are still fat, it's simply because you just accepted it. Like it bothers you, but it doesn't bother you to the point where you're gonna do something about it. You almost trick yourself into thinking it's okay. And I found myself in the same exact situation, and it's crazy how it can happen because from my personal experience, I just never really gave myself time to think. Like I was constantly just on my phone, scrolling on social media, scrolling on TikTok, scrolling on YouTube, watching things I shouldn't be watching, right? Like my screen time was just insane. And it's no wonder why I stayed fat for so long. Some of you might be thinking, like, where the hell's the correlation? I was fat and it was something that bothered me. But I never took the time to sit down and think, okay, how am I going to fix this? Because I would just distract myself. I don't know if it was because I was fat, like just because the sole reason that I was fat, or it was because I hated my life. Like, I was fat, I was overweight, I just didn't have a lot going for me. So I was like, fuck it, let me just distract myself. I'm not super rich either. Let me just keep watching YouTube videos. Let me just keep scrolling. You're just distracting yourself from reality. Right? You're just trying to avoid having to sit down and think, or not even think, just reflect on who you are and where you're at. You have to take the time to do that. All right, that was really like the foundation for my weight loss transformation. I really just, excuse me, I gotta crack my neck real quick. Oof. I really just had to sit down and think to myself, like, why am I fucking fat? Like, why do I look like this? Why do I hate my life? How do I change this? Because I don't deserve to live a life that I hate. I don't deserve to live in a body that I hate. I don't deserve to wake up and have negative thoughts all the time. All right, you don't deserve that. And there is a way to overcome that. There's a way to live a better life. You don't have to live like this forever. It's just a matter of sitting down and figuring out what you need to do. But it's gonna have to start eventually. And I'm very glad that, excuse me, I'm very glad that I took the time out of myself. I took the time out of my day to do that for myself. Because had I not done that back in March of 2023, I wouldn't be making this video right now. I wouldn't be able to tell you guys this because I would still be in my exact same situation. All right, you can only say so much when you're fat. All right, you can document your journey, of course. I'm saying that if you're fat and if you want to start a YouTube channel, or if you're not where you're at and you want to start a YouTube channel, start it. All right, show people where you're currently at. But there's only so much you can say. You know what I mean? Like, you can only say so much. People want to see the end result. They want to see this, how you got here, what did you do? And I wouldn't have been able to show this if I didn't achieve it. And it took a lot of work. You know, there was plenty of days that I didn't want to go to the gym, plenty of days that I didn't want to eat clean. I wanted to eat whatever I wanted. I wanted to just say screw it. But I knew that this was all for a better cause. You know, to finally be able to live in a body that I can be proud of. To finally be able to wake up and look at myself in the mirror and not be disgusted. And not literally feel some sort of depression just looking at myself. Just seeing how ugly and how out of shape I was. It takes hard work, but it's absolutely worth it. So the classic saying goes, the one that we've heard, I'm sure you've heard it in many TikTok shorts, is, why did I forget it? Fuck. It's, damn, how the hell does it go? It's the one by The Rock. It's what The Rock, it's like, will it one day or day one? All right, it's a very cliche saying, but it's absolutely true. You know, will you postpone this for one day in the future? Or will today be day one? Make today day one, all right? Don't even fucking think about the question. Today is day one. Take care.